It is Tuesday, August 24th of 2021, and you are watching Guy's Daily Drive. Bam! And welcome everyone to Guy's Daily Drive, on continuing efforts to do something. I'm not even sure. I think mostly just because I like doing it when I can. A couple things before we start big time. VertShark website has finally been updated with, and I knew getting out of that lane was a good idea. Is finally updated with all the latest stuff that's been recorded, both audio and video. I know I keep falling behind on doing these things, but it's sometimes it's either you either don't have the time to do it, or you have the time to do it and you just can't get into it. It's definitely been one of those times, but it's all caught up now. Latest versions of the My Mac podcast and Mac to the Future, which we're going to talk about in just a minute, and of course Guy's Daily Drive. It's all up there now, though of course you could watch all the videos over in YouTube, where they're all uploaded there. Here we go, come on. So the Mac to the Future livecast. We have 193 shows in the can, and the last probably month or so, it has been a real struggle to find things to talk about as a Mac show. The problem being that there's really not a whole lot to talk about other than rumors or, regurgitating the same stuff that everybody else is talking about. And it just, for the most part, it just wasn't fun. And it was a struggle to put topics together. And I'd kind of like to angle the show away from just doing news if I'm going to keep doing it. I'd like more feedback from viewers or from people in the Mac to the Future Facebook group. If you have questions or topics that you want us to talk about, I'm down with talking about nearly anything. I just don't want to go over, well, here's Apple's latest financials, and, they may be coming out with an M1X Mac Mini, and, just all the usual things that shows like that talk about. I just don't want to do that with the Mac to the Future livecast. So that's my challenge to people that watch it or might want to watch it, because I also livecast that on my regular Facebook feed and over in YouTube. So there's really, you can watch it if you're part of the Mac to the Future group. You can watch it if you're if you're a friend of mine, or, because my persona on Facebook is pretty much open. I don't restrict it that much. You can watch it there. You can also go over to YouTube, to the VertShark feed, and watch it there, along with, all the other stuff that's there. So, if there's something, and it doesn't even have to be about Apple. It can be tech related. It can be, anything other than politics. I don't want to talk about politics, because that's another rat hole that just seems to lead to nowhere. So tech-related, tech questions, tech comments, topics that you're interested in hearing my perspective on. Oops. And so that's what I'd like to see more of over in the Mac the Future Livecast. So for now, until I get a better handle on things and how I want that livecast to progress, I'm kind of putting it on hold. It's on hiatus. And, you know, I don't know. I may do something else and call it something else. You know, that may not come back in that particular way again. And, you know, I mean, that's 193 shows. That's not a bad run. Plus all the other incidental little shows that I had up there. So I'm interested in hearing your feedback on that, and let me know. Now, a bit of sad news. Tracy and Guy, that's not the sad news. Tracy and Guy went to Idaho 2 weeks ago. A week and a half ago. I took them on the 13th to the airport, and she and my son went out to Idaho to visit her mom, who, you know, none of us have seen in a while. And they had a wonderful time. But before they left, now we had two guinea pigs, Rocket and Groot. And Rocket wasn't feeling well, and it had passed away just before, or not that long ago, before Tracy and Guy went across to Idaho. And so I was at the house by myself and taking care of the cats, taking care of Groot. And, you know, everything seemed to be okay. Groot seemed to have adjusted to being an only guinea pig and was scrambling all over the place and looking for food and making all the guinea pig noises. Then I picked up Tracy and Guy on the 20th, last Friday. And they came home, and Guy spent because they got in kind of late, so Guy spent one night here at the house before Tracy took him back to Richmond on Saturday. Well, when we got up on Saturday, Groot was acting odd. He wasn't eating, was just kind of lazing about, and it's not a good sign. You know, big changes in your pet's behavior is usually a warning sign that something's wrong. And the problem with guinea pigs is that usually by the time you get some kind of warning that there's a problem, that they have an issue, 9 times out of 10 it's too late to do anything about it. So, and because we've gone through this before with so many of our little guinea pigs, we take them to the vet. The vet looks at them and basically says there's nothing that they can do, and usually within a few hours of this, they pass away. And what we didn't want to have happen with these two pigs, and we didn't do it with Rocket, was for them to spend their last few hours being traumatized by being put into a small case, taken someplace that they don't really know, being poked and prodded and all the rest of that. So we kind of waited to see what would happen. And by Sunday night, it was pretty much done. He'd passed. And we knew it was going to happen. And there's really nothing that you can do. So Tracy went out and, we dug a small hole where we have Shadow and Bert and our previous guinea pig and Rocket, and laid him to rest. And that's so now we don't have any guinea pigs, which kind of sucks. I make fun of Tracy for being so attached to these little animals, but if truth be told, most of the guinea pigs that we've had have been very personable, and I've really liked them, with one exception. And not going to go into that right now, but to not have guinea pigs in the house feels weird. It feels like there's something missing. So I don't know if we're going to get any more certainly it'll be a little while. You know, we're not gonna just jump right into getting more guinea pigs. And the other thing is, we don't even know if there's any available. You know, we could certainly go to various pet stores and get guinea pigs, but the way we've gotten almost all of our guinea pigs, actually yes, all of our guinea pigs has been through adoption. Various animal shelters in the area that will have one or two that need a home, and we bring them and we make them a home. That's how we got Rocket and Groot, that's how we got Bert, that's how we got Godzilla and T-Rex, and Cuddles, and oh god, so many guinea pigs over the years. So, you know, that's sad, but it wasn't completely unexpected. We weren't really sure how old Rocket and Groot were. You know, we were given an estimated age of 2 to 3 years, and they only live 5 to 6 years, and we've had them for over 2 years. So it's not unexpected, but it is sad. What else? I'm going to Macstock Expo, which for most people, again this year, due to COVID, will be virtual. You can find out more information about Macstock at macstockconferenceandexpo.com, or just look up, you know, Google Macstock, and you'll see all the links to it that way also. Hold on a second. Here we go. So, yeah, I'm going to leave on, I think it's the 23rd or the 24th of September. It's that Thursday. And going to help Mike out with some of the on-site stuff. And there'll be a limited number of people there for the one-day event. Hopefully next year we can go back to it being fully live, hopefully. And so it'll be Mike Potter, who of course is the owner, organizer, and head muck-a-muck in regards to Macstock. David Ginsburg, who helped Mike out last year, and myself. So all three of us are going to be there helping people out with Macstock. There's a limited number of seats available for a live event on Saturday, the 27th, I think. If you go to macstockconferenceandexpo.com, you can get more information on it there. But I'm really looking forward to this, just to get out of town for a couple of days. It'll be fun. So that's like on my list of things that I'm going to be doing coming up. Coming up early September, I'm going to be 61 years old. Holy crap. How the hell did I get this old? I don't know. Hopefully I'll keep getting older. That's the plan. that's the goal. And if you get to 62, that's the achievement. So, and I'm also hoping at some point before winter kicks in to get down to Florida, if Florida ever stops being such a mess, COVID-y mess, to see my brother Bill and my brother Larry and all the various siblings that we have down in that area. And that will be fun. And of course, the planned trip to see Rain, the Beatles tribute band, in October here local in the area, and then going to see Margaritaville, the play, down in Durham, North Carolina in November. Maybe even get a football game in this year. That would be fun. Go see either the Baltimore Ravens or the Washington football team. What? One of those guys. So that's going to about do it, I think, for today's Guy's Daily Drive. Thank you all so very much for watching and or listening. I really do